Welcome everybody. It's week 6. Even though we just played our week 5 match against Firefalls 2 days ago, video got uploaded yesterday. Now it's Sunday, late morning, and we're playing J-Star. I feel like I've been playing J-Star, I think. The last 2 drafts I've been in, I think, or the last 2 seasons I should say, I'm pretty sure J-Star and I have been in the same division for the last few. So we've been running into each other quite often as of late, but we always have good sets, and they're a great coach. And as you can see, this is the coolest team in the league, the all mega team. Especially this legend right here, Meganium, Meganium, if you will. But yeah, I mean, bad jokes aside, this is a very cool team, a very well designed mega team, I might add. Considering every mon except Meganium has must be holding their Mega Stone, it means we do not have to prep for any item variants. So like no Choppel on Titar, no Yachi or Haban, or like, I don't even like Sash maybe on Garchomp for like ice moves and stuff. Scizor could be running, was it Akaberry is the Fire Berry, or I don't know, like Metal Coat for a boost to Bullet Punch and stuff. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about any item variants here other than Meganium, who I'm not really too concerned about in general. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Yeah, this is a very cool team. There's like, obviously these top 4 have incredible synergy together. And like the fairy types that would hit Titar and Garchomp, Scizor destroys. So, and like, you know, Titar is the only mon weak to ground of these. So you could like protect Titar, Earthquake, Garchomp if you really want to, or Mega Clefable and then Earthquake next to it because it becomes a flying type when it megas. You can also leave Clefable as non-mega and it gets unaware, so like boosting moves don't affect it, which is great for it. So yeah, this top 4 is, I definitely expect the top 4 to show up. Like these 4 are easily the best mons on the team. And then I feel like the rest of the team can be kind of flexed in, like the last 2 slots could be flexed in as needed, just to kind of, you know, maybe create a different mode for these 4, or outside of just these 4. But like, follow me, like redirection is really good, plus like, I mean, I had Clefable for 4 weeks before I ended up trading it to Sly for Sinistra. So it's like, they both fill similar roles in the sense that they both have like, they do decent offensive damage when invested in it, and then also you can make them bulky to just redirect moves to protect your like main attackers, which are mainly going to be these 3. Titar's scary because it sets the sand, and then if you choose to Mega Garchomp, and like these 3, sorry, don't take any residual sand damage, so the sand is like strictly beneficial for him and bad for most opponents, just because like if you bring these 4, only Clefable's taking sand chip. Yeah, very cool team. I fully expect these 4 to show up. These 3 particularly are extremely threatening, and then this with redirection you can like Swords Dance. Titar could D-Dance. Does Garchomp? I think Garchomp gets D-Dance now. It didn't used to, but I'm pretty sure it does too. It definitely gets, I'm pretty sure it gets Swords Dance. So like, you could set up on either of these, redirect with Clefable, let it go down, bring in a partner, and then start just like chunking things. So, and Scizor is, I think, surprisingly, Scizor might be like the secret carry of the team, because this thing does so much damage. I mean, even just looking at its stats, like 70 HP is like okay, but 140 defense, 100 special defense is like significant improvement on regular Scizor. And then it gets 20 more stats and attack, which is less, I think, relevant than the defenses it gets. I mean, it also gets 15 speed, which is great. But like the additional, this thing does so much damage between Technician and Bullet Punch and Bug Bite. Like you can run like Swords Dance in the last slot, and you're doing tons of damage with priority. So like Scizor, I'm fairly afraid of Scizor. I have 2 mons carrying Fire Fang this week just to handle it. I can't OHKO it with Fire Fang, by the way, because its defense is too high. Even if it's 32 HP, no defense investment, like I'm still not OHKOing it with Fire Fang. It does a hefty chunk, but it's not enough to KO it. So like getting through Scizor could be an issue. Garchomp could be very scary. I feel like Garchomp's a good mon to leave as non-Mega because it's faster that way. It's 10 points faster at 102 base speed versus the Megas at 92. You could actually run Mega Garchomp next to regular T-Tar because Sand Force is like a free life orb because you get 30% damage boost on ground, steel, and rock moves. So like that could be pretty scary if you decide to, and plus it gets like a hefty attack jump from 130 to 170. So this thing could do like monstrous damage in sand, which is most likely going to be up because I expect T-Tar to be there. But yeah, I mainly pred for these 4. I also expect Meowstic to show up in his regular form because of Prankster. You could like T-Wave my entire team, minus Steelix, who I'm bringing this week, and T-Wave is pretty brutal. So if I'm able to set Trick Room, I don't really care as much about the para. It's just the 1 in 8th chance to fully para on a turn is kind of brutal. So, you know, if we do get parried, we hope that doesn't happen. I mean, this thing also gets Charm, so like all my physical attackers could all of a sudden be at -2 just from a quick Charm, which isn't great. So this Meowstic could be a huge issue. It could also set screens, which is also an issue. Like if you're not worried about speed control, you could set screens, and then it becomes harder to break through the team as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be tough to remove this fast enough before it starts setting up stuff that's really annoying for us to deal with. I don't really expect it to Mega. It could. If it Megas, it outspeeds my entire team. And it could like take a shot at Sneasler or just Fake Out. It also gets Fake Out. So you would have faster Fake Out than Sneasler if you choose to Mega Evolve. But I don't really expect that to happen, mostly because like you probably want to Mega Evolve one of these. Particularly one of these 3. Probably one of these 2 are what I would expect the most. Maybe Garchomp if it's situational, and then Clefable also if it's situational and you want to keep regular Garchomp and like, I don't know, Earthquake next to it. Or if you want like the special damage because it gets a significant boost in its special attack stat from Mega Evolving. But I don't know. I expect these 4. Mega Meowstic, I don't expect to come. I expect regular Meowstic to be there and just not Mega, and then just click like Screens and T-Wave and Charm and other support moves. Charm is probably less reliable than just setting Reflect, but you never know. You could run both if you really want to shut down my physical attackers, of which there are many. So yeah, Meowstic could be tough to remove, which could allow these 4 or another set of 3 if you bring this to really, you know, stick around for a long time and deal lots of damage. And then in the last slot, it could reasonably be any of these. You could bring Meganium if you really want like item flexibility, but I don't think Meganium is particularly good into my team at all. I don't think Beedrill is good into my team. I don't think Absol is good into my team. Audino could be good if you want to reset Trick Room, but like if you're already bringing Mega Meowstic, you could bring Trick Room on that instead and not have to fill a slot with Audino, who my team also destroys. Either if you don't Mega, I Close Combat. If you do Mega, I Heavy Slam with Steelix. And that does a ton of damage if it doesn't outright Oko. So I feel like the last slot is probably between Emboar and Mega Pidgeot. So Emboar between Close Combat and Flare Blitz does like massive damage into my team. You don't even need to Mega it. Just like the firefighting coverage is really good. And then also the Pidgeot outspeeds my entire team if you run it as max speed, which I expect you would, and Hurricane is like pretty devastating into my team as well. Or even Heat Wave, like the combination of Hurricane, Heat Wave on the special side does a lot of damage to my entire team. So Lycanroc obviously resists both, but Lycanroc is not known for being, you know, very bulky. So I would expect it to still get 2-shot by Hurricane. Probably not Heat Wave, but definitely Hurricane. So yeah, I don't know. I expect these 5 plus Emboar, Pidgeot. Both of these are difficult to deal with for my team, mostly because I think I'm going to be heavily relying on Steelix to handle like the plethora of these physical attackers. But like Emboar, physical or special, does a lot of damage to Steelix, particularly the special variant, and then also like Heat Wave from Pidgeot does a lot of damage specially as well. So this is gonna be a tough one because Zard X like is decent into the team. Like it destroys Scizor with Flare Blitz. I could, in theory, it's like close if it's a bulky Mega Garchomp. If you choose to Mega, Dragon Claw doesn't quite get it, and I'm also worried about redirection next to Clefable, so I'm running Breaking Swipe again instead of Dragon Claw this week, which could be a mistake, but I don't know. I think dropping offensive stats feels pretty good. a lot of the time, and it lets me bypass the redirection here and still hit the partner and lower the attack stat. But like, Zard doesn't really feel good here. I'd prefer to bring Steelix most of the time, but depending on what he brings, it could be, I might have to mix it up at some point in the game. But it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be a tough match, I think. You know, despite knowing what all the items are, minus Meganium if it shows up, it's a well-crafted team for the gimmick that he went with for the draft. It's very cool to see it done, especially, you know, this well. And we're still going to have to play well and earn a victory this week as well. So hopefully we can pull it off. If not, at least we'll have some fun. So I'll see you in the match. So yeah, we do see the top 4, T-Tar, Garchomp, Clef, Scizor. We also see the Meowstic that I expected. And we also see the flex slot of either Emboar or Pidgeot. It does happen to be Pidgeot. I do think Pidgeot's actually pretty good into my team. I mean, Hurricane, 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 I mean, resists Hurricane, Heat Wave, and then Heat Wave. So, like, Mega Pidgeot would actually be a bit of an issue for my team. But, like, do I expect it to be led immediately? I mean, my go-to lead was Sneasler Steelix. Just Mega Evolve immediately and either Fake Out Attack or Coaching Attack. I think I want to at least try it and see how it goes. It could go very poorly. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. So this turn, this could be Thunder Wave, this could be Mega Evolve Psychic. But I am Sash, so I'll take one. The problem is I won't survive the turn if that's the case. Because I go down to Sand if I go down to Sash. This could set Reflect and then Attack. Close Combat KOs through Protect even if it Mega Evolves, which is awesome for me. Unless it's like really physically, like it has to be like max physical defense, I think, HP defense. Fake Out's obvious here, I think. Like Fake Out Attack probably makes sense. Yeah, I think I want to fake out. I want to fake out the Meowstic. And I think I just want to Mega Evolve Heavy Slam into it, to be honest. Scizor switches in. What is this going to be? T-Wave? No T-Wave. Okay. Could have been anything there. Heavy Slam gets it. Okay, Scizor comes in. My Sash is gone, which is not great. But we don't have any screens up, which is awesome. This could be Scarf. It could also be... oh no, it can't be Scarf, sorry. The only item... Meganium's the only mon that could have an item other than its Megastone. So all of these have their Megastones. Close Combat here is very obvious, so it could be Protect, Bullet Punch, and then next turn get me with Bullet Punch again. I think because of that... Actually, this T-Tar is going to be hard to get rid of if I don't deal with the... I don't deal with it with Sneasler. I think I should take a Bullet Punch. I think I want to Coaching. Yeah, I think I want to Coaching this turn into Steelix. Coaching, Steelix. I think I want to Fire Fang the Scizor. +1 should get it. Clefable comes in. Is this Protect? It's not Protect. Is it Bullet? Oh no, Close Combat. Wow. Okay, well now it should definitely get it as long as I hit. Yeah, okay. So now we have T-Tar and Clef in the back. Clef can redirect my Close Combat, which isn't great. I think I want to swap in Sinistra here. Yeah, I think it's switch in Sinistra, Heavy Slam the Clef. Knock off. Moonblast. Heavy Slam should get this. And then I just Heavy Slam the T-Tar as well. I Matcha. Ooh. Knockoff. I kind of want to go back into Sneasler. I don't want to reveal Colbur here. So let me go back into Sneasler, and then I've revealed Heavy Slam Fire Fang. Let me Heavy Slam again. Knock off again. Knocks off my Sash. I feel like that's obvious. And then Heavy Slam gets it. Okay, cool. Alright, what's the adaptation here? I feel like we could see Pidgeot come out here. I faked this out. The way around this is if you also have Fake Out, you can Mega Evolve and Fake me out first, which is not great. Sneasler threatens a lot of damage to pretty much all of these Mons. it just doesn't really want to deal with... Pidgeot would be pretty bad for me. Do I switch it up? I mean, Steelix was so good here. Do I just run these two back? I kind of want to be honest. Yeah, Pidgeot comes in. Okay, so this does get a bit spooky now because I have to fake this out, and I don't know what this is doing. It could have faked out, but it also could have done anything because it would have moved next in the turn anyway. I think it's fake out. It's fake out this. Mega Evolve Heavy Slam this. We saw that it KO'd last time. Let's see if this tries to fake me out. Ah, okay, good play, good play. I was wondering if it had fake out. Nice play, nice play. Okay, so now this can Heat Wave, which is really bad. This could be Screen Heat Wave, which would be pretty bad. I think I have to double into this. Close Combat. Heavy Slam, probably. I think that's my best play. I gotta get rid of the Pidgeot, because it'll just like... Oh, good play. Yeah, it'll rip through my whole team. Oh yeah, and you could get both screens up here. Fake out Reflect. I mean, I think I still have to make that play. There's no switch into this though. Oops. Heat Wave. Yeah. Alright, Close Combat does good damage. What's this doing? Yeah, just Psychics, get rid of the Sneasler. Crit doesn't matter, I'm dead. Heavy Slam will get the Pidgeot. Okay. So I'm in an okay spot, I guess. It doesn't feel great. I think it's gotta be Sinistra here. Did we see any moves from this thing? Moonblast. I think I have to Heavy Slam this still, but I don't think it's gonna KO through Reflect, unfortunately. Rage Powder here makes a lot of sense. Maybe it's Trick Room Protect, actually. I think it has to be, because this could attack into me. Psychic and what, Flamethrower? Just Moonblast? Okay. I set Trick Room here. Now I just Matcha Heavy Slam. Nice Protect, yeah. Matcha at least chip this if it's... Oh, well, this has the Mega Stone, so yeah. My brain keeps thinking Sash. I missed it, which isn't awesome, but that's fine. I Matcha again, I Heavy Slam again. Like, Scizor could be the switch in here. I'm stalling out the Reflect too, which is really nice. But depending on how bulky this thing is, it might even live this, actually. Yeah, whittling it down. Who's last? T-Tar. Okay. I have Trick Room up. Yeah, I think this is just... I think it's Rage Powder, Body Press. Protect, yeah. Try to stall the Trick Room. Reflect again, makes sense. This T-Tar will underspeed me. I think it's Matcha Body Press, I think. Yeah, it goes for the double. Body Press shouldn't KO through Reflect. Does a lot of damage though. Oh, I'm slower than the T-Tar. Okay. That does good damage. Psychic. Now I just Rage Powder Heavy Slam. Ooh. Yeah, the Steelix matchup was brutal into this team. Like, the physical defense is just so nuts. Like, T-Tar can't really do anything for it unless you want to run, like, Special Fire Blast. Like, Garchomp, you would have to run, like, Special Earth Power. Or, like, find a way to, like, chip through it with, like, Earthquake and Protect and Redirection. And, it seemed like a lot to break through, I think. And then Scizor, like, does nothing into Steelix. Meowstic has no moves into Steelix. Like, Reflect was, like, the best option for it to support. Like, Pidgeot was definitely a good bring here. It was either Pidgeot or Emboar, I think, because Emboar can also be special, but, like, you pretty much had to run, I think, a special Mon to try and deal with Steelix, but, like, even non-stab Heat Wave from Pidgeot, it's, like, not, like, it did what? How much did it do? Like, 50? 45? 52.7? Yeah, so, like, and you would have needed to survive to get another one, but, like, that's tough to do when I'm trying to, like, I'm gunning to take it out. But yeah, I don't know. Steelix was a really tough bring into your team, unfortunately. But still, really cool team. Definitely the coolest team in the league for sure. I think it's tough to... No items, like, changes the entire game, I think. It's obviously, I mean, items are super important, right? Because that's a big portion of what changes the ability for teams to deal with specific matchups. Like, you could run, like, Habanberry or, like, Choppleberry on T-Tar for, like, body press, or, like, Habanberry on Garchomp for dragon moves from, like, my Zard X and stuff. But, like, being forced into, which, I mean, self-imposed rules, right? But, like, it's still... I'm sure it sucks to build with virtually no items ever, unless you're running Meganium, in which case it can have items. But very cool team idea. I think it definitely seems tough to... I think this is the best team I think you could have drafted, and I think this was mentioned in the oldest draft review, but I think this is the best team that you could have drafted with the Mega Challenge that you did. For sure. Like, all of these mons are so good. It's just, without items, it makes it more difficult to, like, Sash is an insanely good item that you don't get to run. Like, you don't get to run damage boosting items on some of your mons. So essentially you're only running, like, one damage boosting item on one of your mons, whichever one you choose to mega. The rest are just itemless. So yeah, it seems tough to build with them. It feels very limiting, but even still, coolest team in the league. Fantastic draft challenge. It was really cool to see it come together in the draft. And also I've been watching your matches throughout at least the replays in the Discord channel. So, I mean, despite, like, the record, you've had a really good season with a pretty tough challenge, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. We are 3-3 now. We are tied with Sly, and both of us are 3-3, and both of us face each other in week 7. And I think the winner of our match will make it into playoffs. So it's a pretty big upcoming match. I think it's going to be really tough. Sly's a really good coach, and he's got a really good team. Plus, I traded him my Clefable for his Sinistra, so that's a little funny interaction there. But it's going to be a tough one. I haven't prepped. I haven't really looked at the team. I know it's like Mega Floette and Excadrill, Clefable are the ones that I remember off the top of my head. Maybe Lycanroc? I can't remember. I know it's like partially. Maybe it's a T-Tar too. I think there's like a Sand mode and like Mega Floette, and it seems pretty good. But yeah, we'll see how that goes next week. Either way, I've had a fun season so far. A lot of good matches this season. And it's been fun seeing... everyone else's matches and their prep and stuff. So again, GG's J-Star. It was fun playing you, and you know, maybe we'll be in the same division again the next season I play. I don't know if I'll play next season. We'll see, but depends on my schedule. But it's always a pleasure. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. See ya.